The moment I realized I was pregnant, my world stopped. Not because I had made a mistake, though I had, but because the consequences were larger than I could have imagined. It had started innocently, or so I told myself. I was engaged to Samir, a man I thought I loved, stable, responsible, caring. Our families approved. Everything seemed perfect. And then his brother, Arjun, came into town. The younger one, charming, funny, the type everyone immediately likes. One night, after a family gathering, a few drinks, and whispered conversations that shouldn't have happened, it crossed a line. I slept with him. The guilt hit immediately afterward, but I buried it. I told myself it was a one-time mistake, that Samir would never find out. Weeks later, I discovered I was pregnant. My stomach twisted in knots. I couldn't breathe. I had to tell Samir. When I did, I expected anger, disappointment, tears. What I didn't expect was silence. Then, "I can't do this," he said quietly. "I can't be with you. Not now. Not ever." My hands shook. "Samir, please. I love you. I need to leave," he interrupted. "I'm going away." That was it. No argument, no discussion. He vanished. Immediately. Within a week, he had cut off everyone. My calls, his parents, his friends. Everything. Gone. Abroad. I was alone. Everyone whispered about me afterward. The shame of sleeping with his brother. The scandal of an unplanned pregnancy. I wanted to hide. I wanted to die. But the pregnancy continued. I carried the child alone. Friends tried to comfort me. My family supported me. But there was always that shadow of what I had done and who I had lost. Months passed. I prepared for the birth, determined to give my child a life filled with love. When he was born, a son, I felt something I hadn't in weeks. Hope. Pure, unfiltered hope. I named him Arav. As he grew, I watched him smile, hear his first words, take his first steps, and I loved him fiercely. Samir never returned. Arjun, I never saw him again either. But life moved on. Slowly, painfully, beautifully. Sometimes I wonder what Samir thought when he was abroad. Did he ever regret leaving? Did he ever think about what we had? I don't know. But I do know this. The mistake that broke my world didn't destroy it. My son saved it. And I learned something vital. People who vanish, people who abandon, they aren't worth the tears you cry for them. You survive, you build, you love. And one day, the life you thought was ruined becomes the life you never imagined you could have. I am living proof. My fiancé walked away. He vanished. But I stayed. I survived. And I loved more than I ever had. And that, in the end, is what matters.